Hi, welcome to the Lion Brand Yarn Studio. We are here with Anna Hrachovec. Welcome.
Thank you.
Many of you guys know Knitting Mochimochi, which we were thrilled to have the book signing of last year. But today, it's all about as if this wasn't cute enough, as if these weren't small enough. Teeny tiny Mochimochi. So welcome. We are so thrilled, excited, and obviously we're fans. I'm wearing the Micro Mountain that was made by Claire and Kendra here at the studio for the last book signing event. So we're fans. So we're so happy to have you. Welcome.
Thank you, Patty. I'm really excited to be here.
I have to ask, first of all, we've been asked this question a million times. Mochimochi.
Yes.
Why?
Mochimochi is a Japanese word. It doesn't have anything to do with knitting. I'll get that out there. It's just a word that I like, and it's related to, maybe you've heard of mochi.
Yes.
Like the sticky rice sweet from Japan, which I love, and the word mochimochi, it's sort of an adjective, kind of like an onomatopoeia. It's kind of hard to explain, but it's just a fun word that I think conveys squishy and happy, and so I like to use it for my toys.
Squishy and happy.
Yeah.
Okay. So Knitting Mochimochi obviously came first and is filled with, it's almost like a cast of characters to me, like a complete world. So what made you think, I need to go smaller?
I guess I had found, I've been knitting toys for about 5 years nonstop. Like that's all I've been doing practically. And I've found that gradually the designs kind of got smaller and smaller. And I think there's a few reasons for that, but one of them is just that it's quick, which is nice.
Yes.
Get something done really fast. It's instant gratification. And I really like simple designs. Even with my larger designs, a character will have just 2 eyes maybe and some very simple features. And by making them smaller and smaller, it kind of forced me to really get at the essence of a particular character or object. So I guess that really appeals to me. And they're just like popcorn, which is great.
They totally are. Like, for instance, I have another creation of Claire's, which I like to almost hold on top of the book. There's the teeny gnome. Is it teeny or tiny?
Gnome.
Tiny gnome. So this is the tiny gnome, and it's made from all sorts of little scraps. I think there's some LB Collection alpaca in there. There's some sakis in there. But that's another great thing is that is a little tiny amount of scrap you need.
Yes.
That is hardly anything, which is delightful. But we also have from Jess, who's actually behind the camera, this adorable little, of course she had to make the lion. Little tails, but made out of worsted weight yarn. So it is slightly larger, yet still, for scale, in the palm of my hand,
Yeah.
teeny tiny.
Fun size.
Which I love. And last but not least, Vanessa made the little potato,
So cute.
which I love. I love the food things, because something about food with eyes, I don't know,
Yeah.
it's just good.
And I actually hadn't made a lot of food before this book for some reason, but the miniature food really captured my imagination. And everything has eyes in Mochi Land. I don't know why, but everything has a spirit to it, I guess.
So now, in addition to these teeny tiny objects, you've also done some larger fiber art installations, and we're thrilled to have Mochi, 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 Mochi.
That's right.
Hanging on our walls. So for those of you who live in New York, or for those of you who are going to come visit in the next 3 months, it's up for 3 months, please come by and see it, or at least visit our blog at lionbrandyarnstudio.com and look at Mochi, 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 because it's spectacular. And you also had a whole exhibit in New York with Mochimochi Land, the whole complete environment. So what was that like?
Yeah, that was a year ago last fall. It was intense. It took up a lot of my year making, but it was so much fun to take all of these smaller characters and put them together in scenes and make them do things to each other and fight, and it was really fun to just take over a space and make whatever I wanted to.
It was amazing. So I think in the future, Mochimochi the movie?
Sure.
Okay, so stay tuned for Mochimochi the movie, and thank you so much. I can't wait to see all your adorable creatures, and for those of you who can visit us here soon, come see her work. It's amazing. So thank you so much, and bye from the Lion Brand Yarn Studio.